Hello, sun, moon, and or rising. What is your zodiac sign? I don't know yet. I'm gonna find out right now. Hi guys, my name is Tessa. You're watching Tessa's Tarot. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We are at Lake Michigan. That is the body of water that you see behind me in Chicago. You're probably gonna hear random noises. I am not in the middle of nature, secluded. I am in an urban city next to a lake. Okay, so you could hear helicopters, you could hear boats, you could hear kids, people, music. There was a cop here earlier. There's all sorts of things. There's always something happening in Chicago, okay? There's always something happening. So anything can come up out of nowhere. You could see a bird poop on me. Who the fuck knows, okay? But I'm here and I'm doing your oracle and tarot reading for mid-June, and I'm really excited because I'm finally able to do these readings outside. You know, I've been on a little adventure in the past few days, just kind of looking for cool little spots where I can do my readings. So this is kind of where I parked my ass for today. I'm on a rock, and it's a really big rock, so it's like perfect. I put a blanket on it, but it is slanted, it is diagonal. So you know, I always kind of feel like I'm sliding off, but it's fine. So if, you know, if I start adjusting and kind of moving around a little bit, it's only because I'm getting a little uncomfortable. I might actually shift this just a tiny bit up. I don't think I did much, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so this is going to be a general reading, spiritual guidance, oracle and tarot, sun, moon, or rising, okay? Take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to pull one oracle card from the, oh my God, I had a moment there, from the Oracle of Mystical Moments. I haven't used that oracle deck on my channel yet, but it's a beautiful deck, and I'll show you the cards. You won't be able to see the spread, but I'll just show you the cards and just kind of talk about them as I pull them. And then I'm going to pull 3 tarot cards from the Influence of the Angels, and then I am going to pull 1 oracle card from the Mausoleo Oracle of Souls as a final message, okay? So first and foremost, I need to know who the heck I am talking to, and then we're going to go from there. So, you know, I always like to do things a little bit differently for my videos, so we're just going to kind of see what we got. Strength, Leo. Hi, Leo. What's going on? All right, so Leo. So this is going to be an oracle and tarot reading for Leo, sun, moon, or rising. All right, so let's get into the oracle first. Okay, so we're going to pull an oracle deck first. I am actually, for the oracle decks, because this is the first time I'm using these cards on my channel, I'm actually going to interpret the card for myself, and I'm going to give you insight for what I feel, of course, and, you know, and give you the messages that I think that you need to hear. But I'm also going to read from the book as well, because I really like what these specific oracle cards, I really like what the book says. And I feel like it does allow for further insight for you to contemplate, you know, because these are general readings, these aren't specific readings. I feel like different insights and different messages can have moments of resignation, you know, depending on who's watching. So I like to kind of offer multiple, you know, multiple outlets and paths for insight and inspiration. All right, so I mean, I think that you know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, you'll see. Okay, so Oracle of Mystical Moments, we're gonna pull 1 card and we're gonna see what's going on. All right, so what messages do we have for Leo for mid-June? What messages do we have for Leo for mid-June? What messages do we have for Leo for mid-June? There's been a lot of bugs flying around, so I'm like, every time my head itches, I'm like, is there a bug in my hair? Woo! Woo! These are slick, these are slick cards. What messages do we have for Leo for mid-June? Messages for Leo for mid-June. Messages for Leo for mid-June. God, I really hope that you guys can hear my voice. That's been my main concern as I've been doing these readings, is just that you can hear me talk. These waves are starting to come in big. Okay, Ooh, this is so cool, especially because we're right on the lake. So this is the card that we pulled from the Oracle. Aren't they beautiful cards? It says, can you hear me? Oh my God. I mean, come on, come on, come on, you guys. Can you hear me? What was I just talking about? Whether or not you can hear me. That's crazy. What? What? Okay. Can you hear me? Leo. Ooh, I feel like, I don't know. There could be somebody, I feel like this is a message that wants to come through from an energy that's around you. Like there's someone in your vicinity, or there's someone in your life right now. There's somebody who's trying to get through to you. They're trying to get through to you. They're like, can you hear me? And you're just like, la la la. You're just like in dreamland, doing your thing, you know, thinking about your next adventure or your next affair or passionate little escapade, and like someone's trying to get through to you, Leo. Someone's trying to get through to you. All right, can you hear me? It says loneliness, cry for help, communication. A woman floats in a seashell on the big sea. She looks to the horizon as if she is waiting for somebody. She is holding a trumpet in her hand, ready to blow it when the time comes. The ocean symbolizes her feelings, vast and seemingly unknowable. It surrounds her in an endless arc. She looks lonely and deserted, but she has a way of connecting, a tool for turning passive silence into supportive communication. She just needs to raise her trumpet and call for help. Interesting. So, okay, so another feeling that I kind of got while I was reading this message is that perhaps you are trying to get somebody's attention. Perhaps you are feeling like you are not being heard, or like your voice is not penetrating the atmosphere as much as you would like it to. There could be somebody in particular whose attention you're trying to get. And you find yourself like, you know, floating in this stream of your emotions, and you're like feeling all these things, and you don't really know, maybe you don't really know like what to say or how to say it to get this person's attention. And it's like, but you're like sending out these like signals. I was thinking of the siren, you know, in like ancient Greek mythology, the sirens. They are these female mythical beings that come out from the water and seduce men, right, with their sexual, seductive kind of qualities. So there could be somebody whose attention that you're trying to get, and you're just wondering if they're listening. You're wondering if they're really listening to you, if they can hear you. Okay, all right, let's go from there. Let's go from there. Maybe this person is also wondering if you can hear them. There could be one of those, like, it's like that feeling of longing for something, and you're wondering if that which you are longing for is also longing for you. The sun is starting to shine like right in my eyes. All right, so we're gonna get into tarot. Seven of Pentacles. Saturn in Taurus energy. Saturn in Taurus energy. Okay, so it's like looking at, oh man. You've been working on yourself, right? You've been working on your stability. You've been, you know, you've been making money. You've been developing. You've been fine-tuning your garden. You've been taking care of your home. You've been taking care of your kids. You've been taking care of yourself. But you're wondering if it's being noticed. Are people noticing what you are doing? Is the individual whose attention you're trying to get noticing your efforts? Are you being noticed? Are you being noticed by the bigger world, by the bigger picture of this hard work that you are putting into your life? Can you hear me? Stop it. Here we go. 8 of Swords, Gemini energy, Jupiter in Gemini. Okay. 7, 8. Okay. So feeling, okay. So a little bit of okay. A little bit of like self-entrapment. Trapping yourself in your own head because you can't control outside circumstances. You can't control the things that are going on around you. You can't control outside circumstances. So instead, you are feeling like that is creating a feeling of entrapment within your own head, okay? And you are creating a sort of prison in your head that you feel like, you know, and it's because you want the things around you to play in a certain way, but you can't control that. So by doing that, you're kind of creating a trap for yourself, and you need to just understand that you can get yourself out of this trap. This is self-imposed. Ow. See, this rock is really hard and now my ass hurts. This is self-imposed. You can get yourself out of this energy. Just by becoming part, expanding yourself and becoming part of the environment rather than feeling trapped by it, rather than wondering what someone is thinking, rather than wondering like, why am I not being heard? Why am I not being noticed? You can step out of that just by asking, just by saying like, why am I not being heard? Or, hey, can we talk? Or like, by putting your feelings out there in the world, you are releasing yourself from that trap, from that self-imprisonment. It's a mental self-imprisonment. It's not like physical, it's mental. All right, what does Leo need to know from you, June? What else does Leo need to know from you, June? Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. One more card. The World card. Saturn energy, completion. You just want to feel complete, okay? Higher wisdom, higher knowledge, getting yourself out of that entrapment, stuck energy, with a sense of wisdom, with a sense of understanding. This is not about being heard or wanting to hear others. This is about hearing yourself, okay? This is about hearing yourself and following your own voice, your own intuition, and trusting that it will bring you to completion, trusting that it will bring you to the world that you desire. That your own voice, that's the only voice that you need to listen to, is your own voice. That is what this card is. And that is going to get you exactly where you need to go. not asking if other people can hear you, not trying to get wrapped up in another person's voice either, but just your own voice. Okay, so let's get into the Oracle of Souls to wrap up the reading. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. There we go. The Maestro. Master of inspiration. That's you, Leo. Understanding, community, ingenuity. The Maestro, Master of inspiration. I like that. Okay. Let us read from the book. Did I skip it? By accident? Oh, here. I did skip it. Okay. Master of inspiration, at the nexus of ability, creativity, sharing of knowledge, innovation, and revelation, there stands the Maestro. In him, all disciplines are understood and shared. Very much related to the World card. The perfect realization of the man that was, the man that is in the afterlife, and what humanity could be. The Maestro instructs us in what lies next when we have done it all. To look for the next opportunity, to form connections and communities, to share what we have learned, or to pick up a new discipline. He represents mastery in at least one field and warns us not to grow stagnant or complacent in our understanding, lest it grow stale. Okay. That's what I feel like the World card was all about too. It's like the message of just like, if you feel like you are not being maybe like recognized, you know, like I feel like that is kind of the theme of this particular reading, about being heard and about like you understanding that it is your own voice that you need to listen to. And I also feel like this, it's very much a message of not like understanding that there's always room for growth, and understanding that it's important to acknowledge the extent to which your inspiration, your knowledge, your spectrum of inner growth, to what heights it can attain to, and to follow that path, and to keep discovering, to not stay stagnant, and to keep discovering your soul over and over and over again, and to find inspiration in it for yourself, number one, And of course, you know, like, yeah, for the greater good, because that is what is going to bring you. But you can't think of it that way. You can't think of it in terms of like doing it for the greater good. You have to think of it in terms of like you're doing it for yourself, and then it's naturally going to bring in the people that you were wondering earlier if they can hear you or not, if they can see you or not. It's like if you just remain true to your inspiration, to your soul, to your growth, to your creativity, and you continue to do it for your own benefit and your own knowledge and your own wisdom, it's not even going to matter anymore if other people can see you or hear you. And it's going to, and once you start to realize that it doesn't matter if others hear you anymore, they will start to hear you. So Leo, this is your message for mid-June. Sun, Moon, Rising. Hope it helped. Hope you enjoyed it. You're watching Tessa's Tarot. And hopefully you subscribe to my channel. Bye.